Hello and welcome to the LoreWars preview stream and podcast. I am joined by my usual cast. Sean will be coming in a little bit late, but that's fine. I apologize for the delay of content. We have busy schedules, and I'm going to talk about more of that on my outro. A bunch of stuff happening with the game and whatnot, so stick around till the end of the episode and I'll talk all about that. Furthermore, what was I going? Oh, for people who haven't or don't know what's going on, I have a bunch of new players playing LoreWars, a upcoming tabletop RPG, to kind of demo and preview the game. And right now, our party finds themselves in a strange mansion out in the woods, up on a hill, which they enter the mansion with a local who is trying to save I believe it's the uncle to his betrothed, and was cut down by this weird creature, demonic girl type thing, who came out of a giant mirror in the middle of this big entranceway room type thing, atrium. I think it'd be considered an atrium. Yeah, she came out of the mirror and killed or presumably killed the town folk guy. I think his name was John, and we're in the midst of combat right now. Yeah, so let me see here. I believe we will go to Mr. Ricky. You can make your turn.
Alright. No, I can do that wolf thing every turn, right?
Yep.
Is that a major or minor action?
The wolf, I forget which one you had, but it's a minor.
Okay.
It'd be like
I'll do that.
It'll be a 1 to 10 casting roll. Okay, so you successfully casted it, and I believe it's like 30 damage on an impact, because I think you have the wolf hunt.
Then I'll do my normal attack.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't hit, does it?
No, it does. It should be like a ×2, I believe.
Oh, right. Yeah. And I have like a ×1 to Arcana. Is that something else, or?
No, but that would be permissible to like your wolf spell if you had another multiplier, because it only 1 × 1 is 1. But yeah, it'd be like spells and stuff like that, not your basic attack.
Alright. So 60 damage total for me.
Nice. Very nice.
Hi, I'm back.
Hello, Maddie. Just in time for it is your turn.
All right. So, are we just playing it as if,
I'm gonna deal with that when it gets to his turn.
okay. Where's my character? There it is. I guess I'm just gonna basic attack because I don't want to set my teammates on fire.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So let me roll. So I hit ×2.
Very nice.
So 28 damage.
28 damage. Alright, and then it is going to be Mr. Oros' turn. I'm going to take control of his character for a wee moment. So I do have his stats on hand. He is going to use his vector arrow with also a ×2 and also hit for 32 damage, which is not too shabby. But this time I am going to roll a defensive action for our lovely lady who misses that. So 32 damage will hit. Making that one. There we go. So the girl who climbed through the mirror with her giant claws and whatnot, she's going to turn towards Oros, being the last one that hit her. She's going to fail her action, succeed the second time, and what she does is she grabs a hold of Oros and literally tosses him through the mirror. But when he hits the mirror, he like splashes into it almost as if it's like a body of water, and he'll stay right there for right meow. She will then turn back towards you, Ram, and she's going to slash at you. 12 being. So she does ×6 damage, and she drives her. Or I'm sorry, she does 6 damage, and she drives her claws into your shoulder. Can you block that, or Ram?
What do I roll for that?
You can just roll one die for your defensive action. If you roll above a 6, your resilience will block it. Otherwise, you want to hit your reflex number. Yeah, so you're able to block the attack, luckily, and then it'll be your turn.
Alright, I'll do my wolf thing. Miss. I'll do my normal attack. I'll be at. Oh, that's ×2, sorry. Then I'll do 26 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a defensive action. She does not get it, so 26 damage. Miss Maddie?
Yes, I'm gonna basic attack again, so I don't set my teammates on fire. That is a ×3, 13 damage.
13.
39? 39?
So 39 damage. Something like that. Yeah, so excuse me. We with Oros being in the mirror somewhere, we have the Dewdrop throwing cards at the creature's back, and then we have Ram shooting magic spikes at it from his gauntlet. Meanwhile, she's desperately trying to claw at you, Ram, who she will. Hold on, let me check her stats real quick.
Do I have to roll for a block?
No, she tried a action and did not get it, so now she's going to attack you. I'm rolling like crud. That's 21 damage to you, Ram, so you can roll your defensive action if you'd like. So that'd be 20 damage. That she just kind of swings her big claws at you and slashes you. It's funny because this can be a really dangerous fight for a reason I'll disclose afterwards, but you guys are not. You're lucky enough for that's not happening. It's your turn, Ram.
I'm gonna try to do the wolf thing.
You got it. So that's 30 damage.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm doing my normal attack. Ooh. That'll be times 3, I do believe.
Nice.
And that'll be
39
39.
damage. Yeah. She's gonna roll her defensive action. She does not get it. 39 damage. Miss Maddie.
Yeah. That's. I don't miss. I don't think I get any multipliers. I do. I get ×2. I don't miss.
There you
so
go.
I do 24 damage.
24 damage. You see this creature staggering, very weak. And she is going to swing at... Or, I'm sorry, she tries her action every turn but fails. And then she's going to swing at you with that 9 and 18. Which, this is going to hurt. Mr. Oros, that is a, if I can do math, which I can't, so I need to use a calculator here. That is 54 damage.
54?
54. And you have a crippling effect, unless you can roll your reflex, would be like the only saving grace right now.
Alright. So what do I roll? Reflex, you said?
Yep, roll your defensive action.
Trying to think if I have any pluses to that.
You probably won't. What do you roll? I'm opening up a 1. Okay. So yeah, you will have 53 damage applied to you.
Alright.
And then you will also have the crippling effect. So pretty much what that means, you have, like, when she's cut into you, she cut into, like, let's say your kneecap, and, like, she pierced bone and, like, kind of destroyed your knee. And if it's not taken care of, you will die. So let me give you the exact thing here. I just don't remember it off the top of my head, so I'm just looking for the exact thing really quick through the guidebook. Upkeep, it's under terms and effects. Here we go. Crippled is the act of breaking a bone or a large wound that cannot be healed through ordinary means. These are fixed through specialty items such as greater healing kits. Being crippled means you take 20 damage every turn you are crippled. You lose half your speed, and you have a -2 to all actions. Now that sounds real bad. That sounds real bad, because it is. But even though you don't have a greater healing kit, you can improvise. Make a tourniquet out of something, or reduce the bleeding, cauterize it, something, just so you're not bleeding out. Pretty much is what's happening. But
I don't have any means to cauterize right now. But
I mean, Maddie can create fire.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And luckily, she is on her last leg in this boss fight, so if you can handle it quickly, that'd probably be best. But it is your turn, meaning you do lose the 20 damage, or the 20 HP from your wound. And then then you can take your actions. Now remember, you have a -2 to all actions, half speed as well, while crippled.
I'm gonna do my wolf thing.
Sure.
I don't know if that hits
It will.
technically.
It will not because you have a -2 to action, so that would actually be
Yeah.
a 12.
I'll do my normal attack. Do anything.
Is that a miss? I'm pretty sure that's a miss. If you're using
Uh,
the gauntlet, I think like a 1 to 3 is a
yeah,
miss.
it's a miss. Yeah.
Miss Maddie,
Si, senor.
I would recommend your explosion because he has a crippled wound and needs it cauterized.
Sure, I
Blow them off.
can make that happen.
I would ask for a Arcana action to be precise enough to just cauterize his kneecap.
Sure, I'll ask you for that.
Sure, I can do that for you, bud.
What do I roll? Just a d20?
Oh, I thought you wanted me to roll.
Oh.
You can roll if you want. I mean, I got it. You also got it. You got it better than me.
Oh, look at that.
So
Everything I do is it flips hair.
roll for your card now. So what? I don't know the damage stats on that off the top of my head.
Oh, it's just 30. It's just 30 damage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're precise enough to start the explosion because like you can throw your card and it detonates, and then you can like lead the explosion with your hand. So you like throw it like over here to the left of him, and then you guide the explosion like right to his kneecap, and then you like make it bigger on top of her. You do 30 damage. You said?
Wonderful.
How much damage was it? 30?
Yeah.
Okay. You actually kill her with that explosion. You hit her right in the face. She falls back on her back and kind of twitches for a minute before becoming a corpse. When that happens, the giant mirror shatters all over the ground, and Oros is laying there, unconscious actually. And then, so Ram, are you able to take 30 damage more from that explosion
Yes, I can.
without dying? Well, she did manage to cauterize the bleeding, so you will not be taking damage anymore, but you will still be half speed, and you will still have the -2 to actions until you get it like properly taken care of. But you are no longer bleeding out.
That's good.
Let me check here. Alrighty, so you guys can attempt to wake Oros, but he seems to be unconscious from something. So it's your kind of decision if you want to head further into the mansion, or if you wish to try and wake him up or bring him back to town or something like that.
Man's dead. Leave him be.
We're presuming he's dead.
He's dead.
Okay.
What a shame.
Well, for that, then you guys can decide whether you want to go on the upper or lower door in this room.
I need some healing, motherfucker. Do we still have potions? I'm sorry, my character sheet got revamped back to its older state for some reason.
Yeah,
so I lost, this whole
you guys all got I remember Maddie took 2 and you each took 1, I believe, of the potions.
Yeah, I have 2 healing potions of 50.
Yeah.
Which I will give you 1. If you need
each
it.
of you do have 1 because it was 4 and Maddie took 2.
Well, I don't know how much health he has. If he has more max health than I do, because I'm at full.
Well, I know for a fact he took about 100 damage in that fight, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna take one of my healing potions. Or my healing potion.
Okie dokie.
In the interest of not seeing another one of my companions die, I'll give him one of mine.
There you go.
I'm almost at full.
I am so fucking sorry.
Oh, hello there, bud. We were just about to kill your character.
Please do.
No, you're fine.
Good lord.
Yeah, if you want to hop into
I hate you.
roll 20.
You have
Outside
every
of
right
D&T,
to.
I hate you.
I'm so sorry.
I
The
appreciate you.
professionalism of my co-stars, Douglas. We've spoken about
I appreciate all of you. You're all beautiful people, except you, Sean.
I am not functional.
That's
If I could see my keyboard in order to type, because my eyeballs are foggy.
well. I appreciate you showing up. So what you did miss a little bit is that you were fighting that girl who crawled out of the mirror, and
Right.
on her action, the first thing she kind of did after the first like encounter, she grabbed Oros and literally threw you into the mirror. But when you hit the mirror, you like splashed into it almost like you were like jumping into a pool, and then
That's fucking dope.
you were like trapped in the mirror until your companions destroyed her, and then the mirror shattered and you fell unconscious out of the mirror. And as Siri, or I'm sorry, you are a Siri, as Dewdrop is healing and helping or Ram because he took a really bad shot to the knee, you come to, so you are all awake.
What does that mean in hit point terms?
For you, you didn't take any damage. You're good.
Okay.
You just
okay, cool.
went to this weird reality thing that you don't quite understand.
Got it.
So you guys, you come to and they're bickering. They assumed you were dead, and you guys can decide whether you want to go on the upper door or the lower door, or you can check on John because he is bleeding. And
Let's check on John. See how he's doing.
roll an investigation action.
Alright. See if I have any bonuses to that.
You think he might be able to be saved?
Oh, plus one to that too.
Should I also roll and investigate?
If you would like.
Damn it.
You also think he might be able to be saved.
At this point, Oro sits up and he goes, "Holy shit! I need a drink." Wow.
Is there any way for me to like do some basic first aid, like rip a part of cloth off, put it around his wound?
Yeah, absolutely. There's the big tarp that was over the mirror that you would be able to use. Roll a knowledge check to like see if you have basic medical knowledge to, even with your negative thing from the cripple, you are able to wrap his chest because it went right through his body, and you're trying to like tourniquet it, but you're like, I can't tourniquet a chest, so you're just kind of like wrapping it around him and like swaddling him up, and you're like, yeah, that's good.
Wait, how much does Ram know about like medical stuff?
I mean,
A robot. Would you know anything?
no,
Ram,
yeah.
not Oros. You. What do you know about medical stuff?
He doesn't have any like spells or anything like that, I don't believe, but
Okay, 10 out of 10. Please God, he's tourniqueting his neck.
well,
Protect the head.
Well, the thing is, he passed his action, so he knows
Okay.
enough not to be an idiot. But he's like, all right, I'm just gonna kind of wrap the chest up and hope the bleeding stops. But yeah, I mean, you guys want to bring him with you then, or
Is there another option?
I mean, both you and Ram think he can be saved, so that's up to you.
I take that wagon that was outside, put him in it, and then just barrel roll him around.
Okay, so you run down the stairs, you
That works.
grab the wagon, you bring it back up, and you put him in the wagon, and you kind of have like this wheelchair type thing going on with with him in it and his body wrapped up in that cloak or that the tarp. So the question proceeds: you want to go in the lower door or the upper door?
Upper door. Fuck it.
Sure.
All in agreement? Sure. Okay.
Yep.
Let me heat up here. Alright, so you go to open the upper door and it is actually locked. Do you wanna...
Lower door it is then.
Okay. So the party opens the lower doors and you see a long hallway and the carpet that was in the atrium stops. The walls are bare and it looks a lot dirtier than the previous room. There are one set of doors straight ahead. Do you guys want to open those doors? It's probably like a hallway, like 20 feet long, with like stone walls, and it's kind of dusty. But there's another set of doors in front of you.
Sure.
Okay, you guys open, and you see 4 pillars of metal. You see I can't talk. You see 4 pillars in a 4 metal pillars in a cylinder room. The metal pillars have glass orbs on them. The room looks like it was an old resting room with an old doorway stoned off and a chimney that has been revamped into a cage. You see inside the cage is a black dog sleeping. In the middle of the room is a stone slab with someone on it. You immediately recognize this person as Mr. Sartic, the man you've been looking for. At his head, near the very end of the room, is a man in a black cloak. Behind the man is a large stone box. To the right wall is a large window boarded up. Once the robed man notices you, he speaks up in a very creepy, eerie voice, and he's like, "Oh, so wolves are after me, are they? I better hurry with my study." As he says this, he blasts the orbs with magic, and they all start electrocuting Mr. Sartic. At this point, the party tries to enter the room in desperation, but they can't get past a magic barrier blocking the door. Mr. Sartic starts violently shaking as his body bursts into this huge hulking creature who is blue and has crystals protruding out of him. The burst of magic destroys the barrier that was blocking the room, and the party can now enter the room. The black cloak man also yells out, "Hellhound!" and the dog in the cage bursts into flames, and suddenly the room feels 30 degrees hotter. The cage is opened and the flaming dog steps out. The stone box opens and the hooded man steps inside. The stone box then closes and you hear stones sliding as it's being lowered further into the ground. So you guys are going to be in any other combat. I know we got about 15 minutes before Maddie goes.
It's that job thing I got, man.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, working, dude.
Yeah,
Okie doke.
yeah, dude. Let me pull up my combat map here. I was just asking, there you go. I was just asking Ricky how's your show going, Sean? While I get this map ready.
It's going good. My lines are actually coming together halfway nicely.
Very nice.
Which, isn't saying much because I only have a few, but it's going well. So,
Very nice.
auditioning for Love's Labor's Lost later today.
Loves
Shakespeare.
that sounds, yeah.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, maybe. It's anyone's guess. I was not prepared to get this far. I actually thought you guys were going to be much slower than this, but that's fine because I want to actually get some shiz done. So just give me...
I mean,
Before
yeah,
we don't see each other for 3 more months.
Well, that's something I'm going to talk about all that kind of stuff on the outro. I do have some news and whatnot.
Let's wake Maddie up early
Maddie,
so
I love you and thank
we
you.
can play D&D.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
Sean doesn't show up. I love you too, Doug, but I'm tired and I'm never gonna stop harping on
that's
him.
fine. How's your tattoo healing up? You just got colored recently, right?
Yeah, really good.
It looked good from what you sent me.
It is healing. It actually, I think it looks nicer now that it's almost healed. You can still feel it, which I know is like a clear indicator that it's not fully healed yet, but
Yeah. I actually like love that feeling though. Like when the lines, like the outline is like raised and like
obsessed. I literally
love
can't
it.
stop touching
I
it.
love it. I was gonna get a new one before my vacation in February, a new tattoo, but it just money didn't happen because I'm also buying a house. So I was like, I think a house is more important than than a tattoo.
I'm going back
I
to
mean,
Austin
that's
this year.
all. That's 100% matter of opinion.
To each their own.
In like the realm of things I probably can't afford to do, but I'm doing. I'm going back to Austin this year. I'm pretty excited.
That's dope. I've decided.
I'm
Cool.
going with my best friend, who I wanted to kill last time we went together, but that was 4 years ago. So hopefully this time will be a little better.
I know I said it was a cylinder room, but I lied to you. It should be a cylinder room, but it's really hard to do like cylinders with
You got squares.
with textures in this. You can do a cylinder, but like with the textures, it's harder.
Yeah.
Also, I went into Game Cave because we're playing a bunch of like in-person games right now, and
Yeah.
so I talked to them, and they want to buy a few for their store, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Dope. I'm also headed there later for the Magic the Gathering pre-release.
Nice. Well, that's something. So I'm trying to think of like promotions and shiz to do.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know. I have a bunch of ideas, like hosting maybe a Magic tournament and being sponsored by LoreWars kind of thing, and giving like
Right.
a prize out to the winner, and maybe doing that at a local game store.
Sweet.
I am just looking for. Oh geez. I'm looking for a just gamer pictures right now for my creatures. Because like I said, I was not prepared to get this far, but that's okay. We're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna use the Hulk for Mr. Sartic's form right now. And then I don't know why and then I'm gonna use Hellhound. I'm gonna look up Hellhound for my fiery guy. That'll work. I do not own these images. Oh, I don't want to save image. Or I don't want to save link. I want to save image. Whoa, wowzers. Oh.
What is happening in the pot? Sorry, what?
This is from D&D Beyond. Oops. Whoopsies.
Excuse me, that's a banned word. I'm not allowed to use that word.
This is accurate. I'm gonna bring you guys over into this new room now. I'm actually gonna leave the. You guys, if you know, if you're watching the stream, you do get to see this cool little thing of how I'm interacting with Roll20. If you're not using it and you want to play a tabletop RPG, you should. It's real nice, real helpful. Bring y'all in here. You guys can arrange your characters how you'd like as you enter this room. I am going to just upload my 2 character pictures. jeez. Where'd you go? But yeah, thank you guys for joining me so early. We, our schedules are getting a bit desperate right now, and that's understandable.
That fun after show thing is that normally we were recording Thursday, but now me and Ricky have rehearsal like basically every night till the show's over.
Yeah, which, you know,
Like at that time.
which sucks. I get that. And we're going to try and accommodate that, mostly for my sake. But I do have plans, and like I said, I'll talk about that.
My only issue is I went back to serving. Serving is far more money, and I need money at the moment, like real bad. The only thing that comes with that is then I have no time because I was given 3 shifts this week because of my borrowing and bartering and stealing. I ended up with 7 shifts. I work
Yikes.
every day.
Yep, that seems like something that would burn a lot of time.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like shifts are like 4 hours here, 6 hours there, but like it's hard to move stuff around.
Okay, now I will place the actual images in the Discord if you guys want to see our legitimate LoreWars art. There is the Hound, and
Dope.
then here is Mr. Sartic after the transformation. And that is our official LoreWars art. For people on the stream, you can see them. For others, this episode and the next, I'll use them as thumbnails. But yeah, you can see them. And we can get into the first round of combat before my lovely Maddie has to leave. What are your guys's? I should fucking know this by now. But what's everyone's bravery?
Big ol' 18 over here.
I have the lowest bravery I've ever.
Sean is an
I
18.
think by default I'm going middle then.
Like, Maddie, what's your number? Do you know off the top of your head?
13.
That's right, and Ricky was a 15, and you were an 18. Now I remember.
Indeed.
And then let me get up to the combat page here. If I can scroll fast enough. I just gotta see.
I don't know if the other guys are on a different page in Roll20 yet, but I am not.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not move your. Whoop, there we go.
Boom.
Boom. I'm just putting in there. Sean, you can go first, actually, my friend.
Okay. I think I'm going to run my butt. What is my speed? My speed is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, 5.
Your character's upside down. Turn your character right
Right.
side up.
Wait. How the?
I turned him around, I think.
Badoo.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll go here, and then I will attempt. I can do a minor and then a major. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try to wolf hide.
Okay. If we are confused, by the way, the little boxes are the 4 metal pillars. The small rectangle is the metals or the stone slab, and the big rectangle is the stone box that the cloak guy went into.
Right.
You did.
So that is
you,
a 6.
you got your wolf hide.
Cool. We're gonna do that, and then I'm going to try to vector arrow our friend Mr. Sartic.
Sure.
Sweet. Which I also do, which is times 3. So that's 48.
48 damage. Let me just check his his thing. Okay.
Give him a whacking.
Give him a whacking. You see, he seems like resilient from your damage. Like he definitely took damage, but not as much as you think he would, kind of thing. You think like this transformation has just made him like naturally like tougher. Like his skin is more like a wood than normal flesh kind of thing. Then it is actually his turn. He is not happy with you whatsoever.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
So he grabs the stone slab right here, and he rips it from the ground and literally chucks it at you, Sean.
Oof.
Which fortunately you were able to dodge and move from out of the way. Due to that natural one I just threw down, but this is like way over here now. Then it is Ram's turn.
I'm gonna hit this guy at a at a distance, because I'm a hurt in movement at least. Alright, I'm gonna do my thingy, I guess. Cool.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I don't think that hits.
For you're trying your wolf attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not a casting roll.
Then I'll do my normal attack.
That'll do some damage.
It's 3. Great, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Then it is the lovely dog's turn. Okay. What's his speed? He is... Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna get right next to you, Maddie.
Okay.
And he is going to bite. Or wait, what? I rolled a 6. What's a 6? Okay, yeah. He does a whopping 45 damage from a big old fiery chomp on you. You can roll for defense.
Sure. Is that a D20?
Yes, ma'am. So that will only be 29 damage that you take.
Oh, fantastic.
And then it is your turn, and then we can we can call.
Hold on. What's 120 minus 29?
That would
91.
Yes, ma'am. And it would be your turn, and then we can call it quits for. So I know you gotta go.
I'm gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
And here being behind Oros.
That's
And
behind
then-
Ram, but yeah, I got you.
Behind Ram, and
Yeah,
then
I'm down
middle.
here.
And I get times 3. Oof.
12.
So 12.
12 damage.
I have to go do math after this.
Yeesh. Well,
Alright.
thank you, Maddie.
Goodbye, gentlemen. Follow me on Instagram, please. At Celestial's Book Cosplaying. Alright.
Go
bye.
get some coffee in you.
Oh, I'm going to.
Thank you, Maddie. So yeah, we'll call it here, and we'll pick up on this combat. We made more progress than I was expecting, which I'm not mad at.
Sounds good. I'll actually be here for the entirety of the next combat. That'll be nice.
They cleaned up pretty quickly on that first one. Like, we haven't been recording very long, but they cleaned up. I was rolling like crap for the last boss, so
Perfect.
but yeah.
More of this, please.
So so what is exciting is in the mail. I got my copyright certificate for the game. like 2 days ago, I think.
Dope.
So
Yeah, I remember you seeing that.
so officially I can sell it.
Things?
Yeah, like I could sell it before. It's just I wouldn't be protecting myself. Like somebody could copy it and mess with me.
Right,
But
right.
now I own the rights to it. So like officially, I put it in here. There it is for people watching the stream. Beautiful little certificate I got in the mail. So I'm super excited about that. With that in place, I actually after this I'm gonna do a little price shopping, and hopefully within a few days I will have some pre-order stuff set up on our website. Um, you will be able to get a PDF, a soft cover, or a hardcover, I believe. PDF being the cheapest, and the printed obviously being more expensive. I'm also talking to game shops, like I said, the Game Cave, and Just Games to carry the book, as well as, like I was just saying, I'm looking into like some kind of promotional event of some sort, whether it be a Magic tournament or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's on our burner of talking about that. Um, but yeah, those are things going on with the game, which are pretty exciting. I'm happy that it literally happened within a month, and the time period it said it would take is like they said it could take anywhere up to 10 months, and I was like, well, I
Nice.
lucked out, I guess, or like I just got it at a really good time.
Or they just wildly overestimate.
Right. So that's cool. For the stream, I do plan on releasing bi-weekly from now to help everybody out, just to give us a little more thing. I know it's a little less content, but it just help us out. We might go back to weekly once everyone has more flexibility in their schedule. But especially since
A year for me.
especially since I'm leaving for a week in February for vacation, that'll cover me anyways.
Right. Well, I have to skedoodle.
Alrighty, have a good one,
It
Sean.
was good even playing this much with you. I actually cast things and they happened.
The good
so
job, thank you.
I'll see you guys later.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
We I had a few more things. Yeah, so we're gonna be releasing bi-weekly, which is to help out our castmates, just because everyone has real hectic schedules. The two guys are in a local theater show, and Maddie is a server, so it's hard to get everybody on board the same night. When we do have a plan, I don't want to release the entire campaign through just this demo slash promotional preview stream. So at the end of this kind of chapter that we're on, we will be cutting to another story. The other story is going to be more of a veterans game, so that will include, hopefully, we've been talking about this, hopefully it goes to plan, but that'll include two of the developers, including myself, so me and another developer playing. I will actually not be DMing. That will be the other developer, and then playing with two other people or three other people. So we'll have a 4-person party who all have played LoreWars pretty consistently. The only kind of fresh one on that would be Maddie, who is part of that team as well. And that story is about halfway through or so. And so we're going to pick up there. We'll do like one episode of just a recap of everything that's happened so far in that story. And then we're going to go to that. I do want to do like a follow along with a full real play podcast once the game releases. But right now the point of this is for you to get a sense of the game and get excited about it. So once we kind of tie ends here, with the first kind of milestone of this campaign, we will cut somewhere else so you can see how veterans play the game, and how I play a character compared to DMing, and how someone else DMs. And so that hopefully will happen. fingers crossed. That's the plan. And again, this is just to preview the game and see how it's played, even so you can see, as the creator, you can see both sides of it. But yeah, so that's kind of our game plan right now. With the with having the copyright in hand, we are perfectly on time. I can release the game at any time. It's still planned for the summer of 2020, but hopefully within a few weeks or a few days, I'll have the pre-orders up and stuff like that, and I will tweet about that. Talking about Twitter, follow us at LoreWars RPG. That Twitter profile is our website. You're gonna want to go over there and check that every day or so to see when the pre-orders get up. For the Lore Wars guidebook is what you're gonna be looking for, and you're gonna want to check us out, like us on, follow us on whatever media you're following us on, whether that be YouTube. After YouTube, or if you're watching the live show on Twitch, after that it goes to YouTube, and then after YouTube it goes to all of our lovely podcast sites such as Castbox, Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure to follow us and like us on those. Follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you later. Thank you guys for joining us so early in the morning.